And Michael O'Hanlon now from the Brookings Institution. It's a nonprofit, nonpartisan public policy organization based in Washington, D.C. Michael, we've heard the tit-for-tat accusations regarding assassination attempts. We've heard they want to enrich more uranium. We've heard 4 more facilities. Help us understand big picture what's really going on here, if you can.
Hi, Shepard. Well, I think what's going on big picture is that Iran obviously is pretty nervous about these sanctions and is trying to lash out in ways that make certain countries, maybe China, for example, rethink their willingness to go along with them because they raise the specter of war in the Middle East or a more rapid cutoff in oil supplies than people were planning on. But, you know, the U.S. words about how Iran's nuclear announcement is not a big deal, that may be technically true, but all we're doing is delaying what Iran is apparently in the process of accomplishing, which is further progress towards a nuclear weapon. I'm not sure Iran has decided that it's worth the price of getting that weapon in terms of all these sanctions, but they can do it if they want. I'm fairly confident they will be able to do it within a couple of years. So as long as we factor that in to our thinking and understand, therefore, that the sanctions by themselves are a delaying action and Israel's potential attack would itself only be a delaying action in all likelihood, then at least we've got our feet on the ground about the realistic options here.
A well-informed person in the middle of all this told me yesterday that a lot of the calculation here is political, Michael, that there's great concern that Israel would use this time between now and the election of the next president of the United States to take some sort of action. And I wonder how real the concerns are of Israeli action on this matter.
You know, it is, the concerns are very real. There's a distinct possibility that Israel will carry out this strike, and whether the American political calendar influences Israeli thinking or not, I think it'll be a secondary matter. You know, I mean, they could say, well, listen, President Obama can't really retaliate against us with, even if he doesn't like it, he can't really threaten to cut off economic aid in an election year because he'd lose too many American supporters in the coming November elections back home. I'm not sure the Israelis are really going to base their decision about bombing on that kind of a finely grained analysis of American politics. I think they're going to do it if and when they decide they have no choice. I hope they don't get to that decision, but I think that'll be for them the determining issue, whether Iran seems to be on the doorstep of a nuclear weapons capability.
You wonder how effective such a thing might actually be and what the unintended consequences might turn out to be.
Yeah, I think it's a delaying action because Iran already has built the second facility further underground than the first, and if they build a third site, which they certainly could, it could be deeper yet. Also, once this possible Israeli strike occurs, I think it'll be a lot harder to keep international sanctions on Iran. So in a sense, that puts Iran in a better position in terms of reducing the economic pressure. At least that would be my guess. I could be wrong on that. It's just speculation.
Michael O'Hanlon from Brookings.